Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the voice of FX Adventure and I'm reaching you guys all the way from West Africa. And I want to say good afternoon to anybody that is currently joining live. We're back again. This is the New York section right here on FX Adventure. Just before starting the stream, we already have some open entries right there, as you can see. We are going for a sell on Euro USD. It's not the best. I would have wanted a buy setup, but based on the price setup we've got, it only makes sense if we go for a sell, and that's exactly what we are doing. All right, so I want to welcome you guys back to another live streaming section right here on FX Adventure. I want to apologize beforehand. I'm not currently in my studio. I'm outside. I'm actually using a co-working space. So I want to apologize for any noise that you guys might hear in the background. All right, so on today's price, we've pretty much had some couple of price setup that really occurred earlier today. For starters, my network is really shitty right now. It's taking a long time to load up the chart. My network is a bit shitty there. So what's my opinion on this particular entry we have here on Euro USD? Okay, so in my opinion, this is the plan here. The ideal movement I would want from price would have been for them to come up, all right, then continue selling off. That's what we want. But in a situation whereby they do this, what they are doing now, where they want to go down first, there is high chances that they might want to do this. All right, so just like we normally do here, we'll come up with a story, right? So we've seen the two possibilities of what we think price is going to do right there. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to come up with a safe story that I will use in protecting myself, right? Ideally, if you pay attention to what price is doing, affects us based on the entry we have, it only makes sense that we might want to do something, and what I would want to do in this situation is to protect myself. All right, and what do I mean by protecting myself? Ideally, if you pay attention, you will see all the stop loss I have is at that top there. All right, that top there is where I currently have my stop loss on this particular entry here. And if I'm to safeguard myself, I would most likely use the moving average. All right, this is not my first time doing it. I think I did the same. I made the same move yesterday. So due to the fact that price mainly use the moving average as level of resistance or support, as the case may be. All right, so in a situation whereby we are in an entry and we feel like the market is saturated enough to see a reversal against us, what I ideally like to go for is to safeguard myself with the moving average. Okay, but like I said, we'll only make this move, we'll only go through that route if price goes down first. I know we want to trade down. Our bias is to sell, go up first. All right, that's what I want. I want price to go up first without taking out this top there. All right, without taking out that top there. All right, we need price to protect that top, but at the same time we need price to go up above this high here, above this swing high here. We don't need them to go for this high. Remember, just this high. Price should take it out, then they should now give that reversal to continue going down. That's the best setup I would love to see price to do. But in a situation whereby that's not the case, all right, because I'm not the one determining what price is meant to do, okay? Our plan is to come up with a story and see how price align itself to our, the story we are telling, right? Telling on Euro USD is much more protective and more careful, all right? So in order for me to achieve that, that's why I'm saying that we need to come up with a decision, and the decision come up with based on my own humble experience and based on my own understanding of what price does is, if price should trade down first, which is what we don't want price to do. Once price get to this level here, I'm going to move this horizontal ray here. Where is that horizontal ray? Once price gets to that low there, there is high chances that, why is this not duplicated? Network, I don't know if it's my network. I'm trying to, okay, it's open now. So if breaks this level first, we'll go for break even or partial profit. Okay, so that should drive down to that level there where you have that write-up that I just added now. You see, I'll go for a break even, or most likely I'll just take a partial profit there and see what price does further. All right, that's one of the safest move I can do right there. All right, like the best safe move I can make around there. On the other hand, I made a mistake. Okay, I think I can edit this. Can I? Oh, I have to add a new one from afresh. That's crazy. That's crazy. Maria, if you're still there, let me see what price level that is. It's a little bit extended now. I don't recommend you to join the trade. It's a little bit extended now. So yeah, just want to respond to your comment and your chat. So you can still enter now. I don't know, but for me, I won't recommend you entering now. You can only enter if price comes back up into that range. There you can see price is already extending a little bit out of the entry point there. So I don't recommend you to enter, but I'll leave that decision for you to make. But it would have been better if you entered earlier when the live streaming started. But yeah, regardless, I don't recommend you to enter now unless if price comes back into that area, and of which I wouldn't advise you to do so, because for me, I'm already planning on safeguarding myself, right? And currently my stop loss is on break even. So if you're entering now, I don't know. I don't know, but I'll leave that decision for you to make. If you're joining live, just want to make a quick announcement. If you're enjoying the content, guys, remember to like the video. Okay, like the video, subscribe if you've not subscribed, and yeah, let's get back to the chat. Thank you. As I see you guys are turning up, thank you everybody that's joining. Remember to like the video, share to friends, and subscribe. Thank you. As you do so, let's head back to the chat. Just sorry, just a quick announcement. Laughter Boy, welcome on board. I don't know, just join the Discord channel. We do this every day, and we do all our analysis, everything. We do it live here on the live stream. So if you join, most likely you would be part of it. So we also do back testing sections, but these are for the guys that are on the Discord channel. So I recommend you join the Discord. Share more information there. If you want to learn, I believe you're in the right place, because the whole aim of this community is to groom people and men that are interested in going into forex as a whole. I want to say that for the guys that have been joining, if you're enjoying the content so far, please don't forget to like the video, share with people that you think that would benefit from the content we make here. And if you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification, because that's how you would be notified on whenever we come for live streaming like this. All right. With this, just wanted to give you this guys update, and we'll be heading back to the chat. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. For me, I'm having a great day. I've been having a very green day today. I've not had any red today. It's been great. It's been awesome. Let's see if we'll close today on a very good profit. All right. Sit back, enjoy the live streaming, and remember to subscribe if you've not subscribed, and remember to like the video if you've not. For the USD Canadian dollar, Angel Di Maria, the answer to your question for the USD Canadian dollar, it's a buy entry. It's a buy entry. So yeah, it's a buy entry. If you pay attention to the live stream, you would see when we execute those pending orders. I don't know if you've not entered yet. Maybe it's still a good time to enter, right? But I think in little or no time, if the price starts to expand in our direction, I would not recommend you to jump on it again. I'm not seeing the likes, guys. What's going on? Is you guys there going fine? Would gladly would want to see likes coming up on this video. All right. Let's get back to the chat so I don't waste much time here. Do you run a personal training section, Laughter Boy? Laughter Boy, do I run a personal training section? If you want that, maybe you can message me on the Discord. The first thing you will do is to join the Discord for starters. So once you get to the Discord, then from there we can take it up from there. All right. So join the Discord, then message me personally. We would have an understanding, and we can do that. Like I said, we also do back testing. So if you want to learn a lot about how I think and how I analyze the price, you can also make yourself available during the back testing section. Okay, welcome on board, Laughter Boy. Thank you for confirming that you're already in the Discord channel. Like I said, drop a message in the general group. I before anytime I go for back testing, I normally let the community on Discord know about that. So once you're there, I would send message whenever I want to start my back testing section, and yeah, with that, I think. Once you join the bike testing section, you would gain a lot, and those are the times you are free to ask questions if you have any. All right. Also, if you have questions right here on the live streaming, feel free to ask. I'm here to answer all your questions. Right. Let's not waste further time. Let's head back. What's going on there? I feel like I'm missing out already a lot, but keep our sending your chats. I will respond to every chat that I see here. All right. And for the guys that are joining first time, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification. We'll do this every day, Monday to Friday. All right. Like I said, we do this every day from Monday to Friday. So yeah, make yourself available to join On the morning section, we usually join around 7 o'clock West African time. You can do the time conversion based on your, your location and all of that. And for the New York session, we do that around 12:30. We'll come live here every day, Monday to Friday, to look at the chart. For the back testing section, we usually do that around the weekends. All right. So, but that is for the guys that are on the Discord channel. So make yourself available on the Discord channel, and we would have a much more session where we go through the chart, back test, and share ideas and approaches in the market. All right. I'm seeing 2 likes, and I'm seeing more people joining live. If you like the content, just keep on getting the likes on the video. Thank you for the guys that have already liked the video. Share to your family and friends, lovers, well wishers, and also subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, because that's the only way you would be closer to the community while we make money together. All right, let's get back to the chat. Thank you, and I hope you guys do have a great day. after this candle we would have like about 30 minutes to go. All right, 30 minutes to go after this candle before the news comes in. All right, the news comes in around 3 o'clock West African time. I'm making reference to the time zone for anybody that is joining outside my time zone. All right, so that you can do the proper, time calculation and all of that. In addition to that, I also want to give you guys an update. Usually, I would have typed it on the chat, but the update is that during news time, if we are still in any position and we are yet to be stopped out, it means we would need to open up the TP. What I mean by opening up the TP is that I want to be greedy, all right? I want to be greedy during news time, just in case if the news goes my direction, all right? I want to still be holding my position at that time, all right? And if by chance news goes our direction, we would have much more profit to take out from the market. So that's my plan during the news time. But generally, I think today's price has been very awesome for me, personally speaking, and I envision for more good things to happen. All right. Outside of the update, I just wanted to say, if you know you're here and you've not given this video a like, I'll plead that you do so. Give the video a like, share with your friends, and if you're joining and you're not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe. That's the only thing you can do for us. That is bringing out time to make available this live streaming to you guys. And also, just want to make it out there that everything we do here is for entertainment purpose, right? We do it for entertainment. We do it for knowledge sharing. We do it for any other reason you can think of, but none of what we do here is financial advice. We are not in any way certified to tell you what to do with your money. Just so you know that every decisions and actions you make out of watching our content is extremely and only your own risk to take. All right, I don't want tomorrow somebody will sue me to court, or I don't know, and say that FX Adventure told him or her to use his or her money to invest in a trade that doesn't work out. All right, so I'm just trying to say that all risk is on you. If you decide to trade alongside me, based on the decisions we make here on the live stream, the risk is entirely on you and you alone. All right, with that said, let's get back to the chart, and yeah, let's see how today would end. I honestly pray and hope that before the news comes out that I will still be in an entry, because I don't like opening up another entry before the news. All right, I only intend to hold the particular open positions that I have prior before the news. All right, just before the news. I don't like opening up another trade before news or after news. All right, but you get the point. The point I'm just trying to say is that if we are going to take any other decision on today's price action, it will only happen after the news. If we have an entry before the news, maybe we might enter it. All right, but currently the two positions that I'm currently holding, which is one on Euro USD, the other one on USD Canadian dollar, we are going for a buy on the Canadian dollar USD. On the other hand, we are going for a sell on the Euro USD. Those are the two current positions that I'm currently holding, and I intend to hold them before the news. All right, and currently I would just want to be sure. All right, you see the TP here on Euro USD. I don't have any TP here, but I still have my stop loss in place. The stop loss here is already in break even. All right, and we currently have the position here. Our stop loss is all the way down there. The risk on this particular trade is approximately $3. And for the TP is at 2.99, which is 1 to 1. All right, approximately still $3 on that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove the TP here. All right, once I remove it, that way if the news comes out and the news is going our direction, it will give us a good position, and it means that if the news keeps on trading our direction, we would gain more profit on that. So that's the plan, and I just want to let you guys know. And for the guys that took the trade with me and you want to do as I did, all you just need to do is remove your TP, leave it open. So when the news comes in, I recommend you stay close to your devices, because the news time can be very quick and fast, so that if we are making any decision, you would most likely not miss out on it. And like I said, if you're joining us for the first time, try to subscribe, turn on the notification, because we do this every day. We do this live streaming every day, and our scheduled time for the morning section and the afternoon section, they are mostly dynamic, so they are not static, they are not casted on concrete, right? So the only way for you not to miss out on the sessions like this is only when you subscribe and turn on the notification. All right, with that said, let's head back to the chat once again while we wait for the news that will be coming up around 3 o'clock West African time. I think roughly it will be around maybe 35 minutes, no, 25 minutes or so before the news comes in. All right, but we'll see what the news has for us for the afternoon section. But for now, I think we are in a very good position. All our entry is looking very good. The entry we have on Canadian dollar USD is playing out fine so far, and also the entry we have on the Euro USD is actually on a risk-free trade. And what do I mean by a risk-free trade? What I mean is that the stop loss we currently have there is currently in the break-even point. That means if the market goes against us, we stand to lose nothing at all on Euro USD, and that's a very good trading position to be at. And I like the fact that we are in that position before the news. It means even if the news goes against us, high chances that we will not lose anything in the market. So that's a very good position for me, and I'm glad on today's price action. All right, I think I've said a lot. Let's head back to the chart. And before we head back to the chat, I just keep on remembering things. If you have any questions, any currency pair you would want us to look at, even if it's crypto, please make mention of it on the chat section, and we'll take our time to look at them all together live here on FX Adventure. All right, with that, let's get back to the chat. All right.
TuneTake.com.
So after this current candle that you're seeing here, remember the time frame you're looking at is the 15-minute time frame, right? All right. So the candle you see there, each candle there is a 15-minute candle, right? It means that it takes 15 minutes for each candle you see on that chart to completely print. All right. So in the next 15 minutes, that will be when news will be coming out. All right, in the next 15 minutes. So all we need to do now is wait out for this candle. Once after this candle completes its printing, the next candle to print on this chart will be the candle for the news. We've been talking about this news. We've not been able to even check what news are we expecting. So we'll have a look here. Today is 12th, so we'll apply this. Okay, so we have consumer sentiment and inflation expectation. I need to take this call, guys. Give me a minute. All right, sorry guys, I had to take that call. So as I was saying, this particular candle you see here is the candle that is going to lead to the news, right? And we have each candle here is 15 minutes, right? So this candle you're currently looking at is still we have a lot of time there. We still have like about 12 minutes to go. Okay, so we just have to take a chill pill. All right, we have to check a chill pill and see what price is going to do on that particular level there. All right. On the other hand, if you feel like you don't want to be so much exposed in the market, you can decide to close your orders. All right, if you have an open order, you can close it if you feel like the news, you don't want to trade the news. All right, you just want to be more cautious, and yeah, you can do that. But for me, I intend to hold all my position into the news. Okay, so that's my plan, and that's not going to change anytime. All right. Yeah, just wanted to give you guys that update. With that, we'll get back to the chat, and the music will keep on playing. Then we'll see how the news is going to play out. Hopefully, the news goes our direction. All right. If it goes our direction, that will be fantastic. But if it goes against us, it's fine. We'll count our loss and we'll count it. We'll call it a day. But for me, I think I've pretty much had some interesting buys earlier today, so I pretty much don't stand to lose much at this point, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest with you guys, but still, I know a couple of guys joined the stream a little bit late, so maybe they did not capture the early entry we had on Euro USD, which is where I think most of my profit came from. I also had an entry on UX oil, but that was in the early hours of today. I didn't take that in the live streaming section. That was in the early hour of today. So, but let's see what's going to happen. I don't want to keep on talking here. All right, we'll just let price do the talking. All right. So, with that said, let's head back to the chat. See you guys in 15 minutes, or maybe roughly 10 minutes time. Less than 5 minutes to go, guys. Less than 5 minutes to go. The two positions we have is still open, which is good news. But the bad news is that it seems like they are trying to reverse. But we are not worried, right? I strongly believe that market that will buy, and that market that will still sell regardless of whatever price is doing, regardless, all right? I'm still of the opinion that USD Canadian dollar will buy and EU, which is Euro USD, will sell. All right, I'm still maintaining that bias, and yeah, and I'm still holding that position on that bias. All right. So as it stands now, because I like to manage my risk, as it stands now, what I stand to risk in all these two positions I have is actually $3, right? Because like I said, our Euro USD trade, our stop loss is already in break even. We if you look at the price there is no risk in there. And also if you look at the position we have on the USD card, the risk there is about $3, approximately $3, right? And yeah, so price is currently trading down. That is the candle that leads before the news is currently trading down on USD Canadian dollar. We have less than 3 minutes to go before news. Let's see if they will stop us out before the news, or if they are going to stop us out during the news. All right, but the thing that we would want to see is for news to go our direction. So if news goes our direction, that will be very, very fantastic. It means this Friday is one of the best Fridays ever. All right, it means we are in a very good position. All right, but if the news goes against us, then I'm sorry, guys. It means our stop loss will be taken out, and that will result to market stopping us out, right? Which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing because that's the plan. All right. The plan of the stop loss is to protect us. All right. So don't feel bad when price goes to your stop loss, because the whole essence of the stop loss is to protect you. Okay. All right. I think I'm beginning to say a lot. Let's head back to the chat. I think it's remaining how many minutes now? It's remaining less than 2 minutes to go before the news, and the news is a red folder news, as you can see. And just like every other red folder news, it comes with high volume, it comes with high impact, it comes with big moves. All right, let's see if this one is going to be one of those big moves. If it goes our direction, we'll see a very juicy price, but if it goes against us, it might be very, very devastating. It might be very, very devastating, but hopefully it goes our direction. Even if it's going to go against us, hopefully our stop loss will be triggered on time in order to avoid more losses. Okay, but I trust XNS to do the right thing. I trust XNS to close us at the right stop loss time, because I've actually had bad experiences where price will most especially during news, where price will go against you, go beyond your stop loss. Instead of the broker to stop you out on that stop loss, they tend to leave more losses to occur before they stop you out. And I understand why. Price moves with speed, volume, and it takes the time it will take your broker to stop you out might be too late, and price must have gone against you before they stop you out. All right, enough of the talking, and back to the chart. We have less than 12 seconds to go. We can even do the countdown. Let's do it together, right? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, news time. Is it going our direction? Let's see. What's going on? This is a very boring news. Nothing is happening. Nothing is going on. Price is not moving up, it's not moving down, it's just one place. Is the news not yet out? What's going on? Okay, I think this is one of the most useless news ever. One of the most useless news ever. No impact, nothing. Okay, it's still pending. I think that there is still pending here. You can see pending there. Let me zoom in there. You see that pending? It's still pending. It's yet to come out. But I'm not seeing any reflection on price. Price is just where it is. There is no volume, nothing at all. I think this is very disappointing for a red folder news. That's a very disappointing outcome for a red folder news, and that's very poor. That's very poor. Let's see if there is any move in other places. Nothing, nothing. Everywhere is quiet. Everywhere is quiet. Well, seems like that news wasn't it wasn't enough news. It was a very dry news there, very dry one. All my expectation down into the gutter. All right, I think that's it for me. To be honest, that's it for me. What we are going to do now, since the news did not have any impact, what I can do is maybe we'll add our TP back, and I don't know, but that was very disappointing. That was very disappointing. I expected volume, I expected high impact, but that was very boring. Very boring news there. No impact at all whatsoever. No impact whatsoever at all. Price literally just didn't do anything at all. Anything at all. It did not do anything at all. All right. I'm going to make a very quick decision, and maybe with that decision, that will tilt towards whether we are calling it a day or not. All right. Our entry here on Euro USD stop loss is on break even. We don't have much to worry about here. I think the only place we should be worried about now is the entry we have here on USD Canadian dollar. All right, and so far price has been very boring. The news we expected that would trigger a volume that would trigger volume to enter the market. That did not happen. You guys saw that. It was very boring. There was no impact at all. The news came in and price was just where it is, and I think that's not a good sign. It means that the rest of the day I envision it to be boring, and just to make matters worse, price is going against us right now on the Canadian dollar move there. But I'm still of high expectations that we'll still see a buy here. I'm not giving up on my bias, all right? Unless my stop loss is hit, I'm not giving up on it. Unless the stop loss is already taken out, and currently our stop loss is yet to be taken out. We are seeing some buys occurring here on Euro USD. Here on Canadian dollar USD, nothing much is going on there as usual. Well, for me, I'm not going to make any decision. I think the initial plan still remains the same, and the plan here is that we'll leave our stop loss where it is here on Canadian dollar USD, and for the Euro USD, our stop loss is in break even. I think market would stop me out on break even right about now. The way I'm seeing it is heading to my stop loss on EU. So that means the only position I still have some level of loss to be taken in it is on USD Canadian dollar. And if I'm to make any decision, like I said, I'm not making any decision that is far from keeping my stop loss where it is. Though I might make it's just a slight adjustment, all right? And the adjustment I will make, if I will go with that is to move my stop loss a little bit closer there. All right, let me get the new level out, because I think today's price action has pretty much given what it needs to give. Anything more than what it has already given now is, we asking for a lot. So the new stop loss I would recommend on USD Canadian dollar will be that level there. All right, I'm going to paste it, I'm going to adjust it, so I'm moving my stop loss closer, a little bit closer. All right, I'm moving it a little bit closer because I don't think keeping it far down is going to save me from anything. I don't see that happening, so it's better I just move it a little bit closer. So if they stop me out, instead of losing approximately $3, I'll just be losing about $2.40. All right, and I think that's a fair price for that move there. And for the TP, I would move the TP to the ideal point, which would be somewhere above there. Let's move this to somewhere there. Yeah, somewhere there. All right, we'll just keep it here. But I think they're going to stop us out eventually. The way I'm seeing it, the market is going for a stop loss on USD Canadian dollar. Or as a matter of fact, now that I'm thinking of it, maybe I can leave it where it was. I think it was here. It was around here. Okay, it was around there. It was around there. Maybe we can leave it where it was before, but I'm just looking at this. Well, if it breaks this low, it will change the market structure to a bearish trend. And yeah, I think it's good. I'll leave the stop loss there. I think it's okay there. I think it's okay there. So just to give you guys an update for anybody that took that entry with me, I readjusted my USD Canadian dollar movement. The new stop loss is this. For me, you can leave the old one. All right, you can leave the old one for sure, but this is the new guy I'll be going for that. And of course, for the TP is this new guy here, USD card TP. So those are the two updates that I have for that move there. All right, I think with that we can pretty much bring today's live streaming to a close. I really appreciate each and every one of you that joined live, and yeah, for the guys that are coming across this video for the first time, we do this every day, Monday to Friday, and morning section and afternoon section. We also have a Discord channel. If you want to join, I have the link on the chat section. You can use that to join. It's totally free. And yeah, that's it. With that, I bring today's live streaming to a close, and I hope to see you guys next week, same time, same place. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful weekend, guys. Bye bye for now.